What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Carl coming back at you from Golden Grimmer Productions. This is going to be the first episode of Mental Warfare. I would say it's a podcast, but I mean, we're just having a conversation. So if you are new, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out tremendously. What is mental warfare? For some people, it's something that they deal with on a constant basis. Honestly, it's one of those things that can really stop you in your tracks as a father, as a mother, as a parent, as a business owner. Mental warfare is something that can overtake you if you do not know how to deal with it. And how do you overcome mental warfare, and how do you overcome failures? You have to embrace all aspects of what it takes to be who you're meant to be. Everybody that's successful, everybody that's in the top 1% didn't get there by letting failures dictate how their business and their life was going to go. There's somebody out there that's willing to overcome failure to succeed. And in order to succeed, you have to fail. That's the only way you can redefine your skill set, what works, how you're supposed to go about things. Yes, there are rare occasions where the first time somebody puts out an idea, it becomes a hit. And another thing that in regards to mental warfare is you have to stop staring at other people's success, engaging your own success based off of what they do. Everybody's journey is not going to look the same. We're all running the same race, but at a different speed. And some of us finish a lot sooner than others do. But you got to look at what that person is doing to get there. A lot of the times we will see others being successful, but we're not putting in even a fraction of what they're doing to be successful. We have too much expectation on ourselves for very little effort. We put in bare minimum and assume the most out of it. And that's just not the reality of it. Mental warfare, it can cripple you. The warfare itself can cripple you. And what ends up happening is you start to believe the things that's going on in your mind. You start to believe that you're a failure. Failures are only supposed to be a learning tool on what to do better the next time. Failure is not something you should be dwelling in. It shouldn't be something that lingers. It shouldn't be something that you just associate yourself with. Failure is something that you're supposed to use to be better. I'm pretty sure majority of business owners or anybody that's doing something that they've succeeded had to face failure at some point in order to be where they are today. Failure is only going to go so far if you allow it to. We are what we speak. There is power in your tongue. Most of us are afraid of failure, and it keeps us from even attempting. The thought of failing will keep you from even achieving greatness because you won't even take the next step because you want the certain. It's the uncertainty of it that is going to make you great. It's the riskiness of whatever business that you're in, whatever place in life that you're in, whatever you're trying to achieve. It's the riskiness of the unknown that gets people to being successful because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what works. But stop gauging yourself, and you're not any less of a person because you failed and they might not have failed in that area. Maybe they had to learn something early on that got them to this point right now that you haven't faced yet. We look at others and be like, man, how did they do it? Why can't I do it? You can. You can, but you have to be willing to trust the process, trust the work that's being put in. I'll use myself for an example. As a photographer, I can look at the Peter McKinnons. I can look at the Anthony Guglielmo. I can look at all of them and be like, man, why am I not like that? But then I go and look at their pages and their channels, and I see that they put out thousands of videos. And I've only put out, 600-700? Yes, it may be a lot, but there's still more work to be done. Am I a failure because I'm not there with them yet? Or have I just not put in enough work on my own terms to even get myself to that level? Yes, and I'm guilty of it as well. When things don't go like they're supposed to, I've held myself back with my own words. It wasn't other people, because realistically, you can be great at anything you choose to be great at. You just have to be willing to put in that work. And it's a growing pain. People hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years and they get scared of it. But let me, if I don't tell you anything else and I don't give you any other advice, no matter what you do, you're going to turn whatever age you're going to turn. So it's better to do it now than to procrastinate on it. Regret is the hardest thing to deal with. And mental warfare will have you regretting something that you should have did years before. Nobody is ready for what they're going to do when they do it. Nobody is prepared in the beginning. So telling yourself, I'm not ready yet, is exactly where you should be at. When you're not ready is when you should do it, because you're open to the greatest of change. You will never be 100% ready for anything that you face in life. That's the same. Look at it like this. If you went to college, most of us don't know we're going to graduate. It's a hope that we will. It's the work we put in that allows us to graduate. It's not the, oh, well, I want to graduate, so it better happen. Think about that. You start something, but don't put the work in and then wonder why I failed. But don't let your mind destroy you in the time frame that it takes to build you up. Most of us are in that space where we doubt ourselves. Mental warfare is fear, doubt, misunderstanding, and uncertainty. These 4 things play key into what keeps us from doing what we need to do to be successful. Every single person who succeeded had growing pains in the beginning. Yes, like I said, there's a few out there who started off and it just took off. The only one you should be competing with in your mind is yourself. Your mistakes should not be shackles, but be learning tools. They shouldn't be things that hold you down, but to propel you forward. Every failure, write it down. Oh, I missed this on this photo. Okay, cool. Next time I'll do this differently. Next time it won't be a failure. Next time I'm using what I learned from the last time to be better the next time. The problem is we don't look at our failures and use them to our good. We look at our failures and it becomes who we are. And that's the same way like when we're as parents raising kids. Every time you make a mistake as a parent, you don't just say, well, I guess that's just who I am as a parent. No, you learn from that so that you can be better. You might have a kid the first time and you might not have did a lot of things right that first time. That second kid comes around and the second kid gets better and the first kid gets better because you learned from that experience. You don't allow failures to dictate who you're going to be. You dictate what failure is going to look like to you and how you handle it. So this is going to be one of those things. And I'm just going to be blunt with how I give it to you on mental warfare. This isn't a place. This is still a safe space. In the comment section below, let me know something that you struggle with. Let me know something that you want to be better in 2025. And let me know how you plan on being better. A lot of the times it's the growing pains, man. It's the process that we don't want to go through. That's where we struggle at. The process. The process looks difficult. Think about this. If you're going to school for construction, let's just say you don't get it right the first time and you quit. 4 years from now, you'll be looking back like, man, had I just kept with it. Because everything takes time. Nobody becomes a pro overnight. Some people are gifted to where out the gate they can just be amazing at it, but that's far and few between. Most of us got to get it out the mud. Most of us got to go through those mistakes and failures to be able to be who we are. So to overcome that, you have to overcome your mind. You have to overcome that place of where you shouldn't let moments turn into days, weeks, hours. You shouldn't allow failure to grasp your every being. Speak life over yourself. If you fail, I'm going to be the greatest at this. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. Speak life over your situation, speak life over yourself, and speak life over everyone around you. Because realistically, most of the people who are watching us are looking at how we handle failure. Your deliverance, someone else's deliverance is in your suffering. So you don't suffer to stay in suffering. You suffer to overcome it. We all suffer through something. It's going to determine how long you suffer based off of how you handle it. So yeah, man, I didn't want to really make this too long of an episode. I just wanted to give my first thoughts. This is something that I'm passionate about. Mental warfare is an issue that I dealt with at one point in time, and it did take over, and it's the reason why my channel isn't where it's supposed to be now. But going forward, I felt this was a good platform and a good topic to speak on. Going forward, there will be plenty of other topics that we speak on, and I'm open to suggestions. So if there's anything that you want me to speak on, anything you want me to give my insight on, let me know in the comment section below, man. It's been your boy Carl from Mental Warfare. Until the next one, peace.